There was this one crossing on the island. There was this one crossing on the island of Soda that was very busy. It was used multiple times a day by multiple engines. Since it was wintertime, this crossway had gotten really slippery and froze over. But unfortunately, one bigger engine broke it all. On this particular day, Spencer slid right in. He said. And he stopped he was so heavy that he stopped right on the crossing. Got stuck right on the crossing. Oh, bother, he said. He was half on every track. What am I supposed to do? And the rails are slippery. I'm gonna cause a crash. But then Spencer realized something. Wait a second. I actually like this, he said. Okay, let's bring these engines coming. Come here, everyone. Screamed an engine. That engine was Billy and he came crashing into Spencer. Ow! Ooh, said Billy. His milk had just stopped. Phew, but at least it didn't explode, said Spencer. Oh man, unfortunately then the ice cracked and the engines were in icy water. Shivered the two engines. Duck, meanwhile, didn't even know he was heading towards trouble. He went over the bridge and what do you know? It was a ice rink. He screamed and he crashed right into that. Whoa! Milk went flying everywhere. His log cars were still in the middle of the crossing. My poor tender! Screamed Spencer. It's been disattached from me. Said Gator coming in the other direction. He crashed into the log cars and just like that landed on the crossing. Oh, goodness, said the engines. Just then Flora got diverted down the wrong track. She screamed, and crashed into Gator. Hi, Gator, said Flora. Hi, we're really close together. Yeah. The small thing that turned into something small kept on getting bigger and bigger. Said Timothy as he crashed right into everything. Oh, dear. Then, 1 hour later, one crash changed everything. And all of this could have been diverted if these points were set on the different direction. James was carrying a very important load. He was going over the bridge and all of a sudden, he came flying down. He was trying to be careful. Said James, I really don't want to crash. Today's not the day for that. All of a sudden, James came flying down the hill. He said. He said. He was going as fast as the express usually goes. Whoa, this train needs to slow down, he said. He did once he hit the bridge. He said. Edward saw him. I feel helpless, said Edward. Edward, change lines, said James. But by the time that would have even happened, that wasn't possible because James came flying down. He said. And he crashed straight into the wet. It's very hard and head on. Said James. It was a disaster. Whoa, said Flora. That was incredible. James, that was incredible. No, that wasn't, said James. He was bruised, battered, and beat up. Oh, my goodness, he screamed. The same thing happened to Edward, too. He came flying over the hill. He said. But then came in and derailed. Oh, man, said Edward. And just then, Tom came sliding in as well and crashed into Edward. Said Tom. He wasn't trying to crash. And out steps the top and hat. What is this? He screamed. Another accident? Look at how big this one is. It was a horrible mess. Since there are like 8 engines here, screamed the top and hat, I need to know who is responsible for starting this. Well, said Billy, I'm the second casualty in the clash. Okay, said Sir Topham Hatt, walking over to Billy. So, who did you crash into? Spencer. Oh, said Spencer. Spencer! He screamed. He pushed Timothy right out of the way. Yes, sir, said Spencer. He was trying to act all hurt. What is this? You caused a huge accident. It was 6, and I mean 6 days away from Christmas, Topham Hatt screamed. I'm sorry, said Spencer. It's just that. No, Spencer, I don't want any more excuses. So listen to me, screamed Spencer. Topham Hatt stopped talking. Fine, go ahead, Spencer. What's the lie you're gonna tell me this time? Sir, I'm not lying, said Spencer. I'm actually telling the truth. Said Spencer as he started. So it started off by, what? Said Spencer. So I was coming down the hill and I stopped on and I was on the ice and it broke under my weight. So that meant I was trapped here, said Spencer. And then, screamed the engines. The whole ice that everyone was on was breaking. Said Topham Hatt. Hey, get off me, said Spencer. Fine, continue. With pleasure, said Spencer. So, anyways, it broke underneath my weight, and what do you know, the ice cracked just like it just did. And then Billy crashed into me, and then Duck crashed into Billy, and then Gator crashed into him, and Flora crashed into her, and Timothy crashed into her, Gator, and then James crashed in there, then Edward came in, and now Tom. So, it's like one big domino effect. I see, said Topham Hatt. You know what? This is actually the weather's fault, not yours. Sorry, Spencer, I shouldn't have taken it on you. Yes, said Spencer, you shouldn't have. Because when I get repaired, I am helping the Diesels take over Sodor, and we will win once and for all. Yeah, whatever, said Topham Hatt. And if you do that, you'll be in big trouble. Topham Hatt walked away. I can't believe he doesn't believe me. Well, said Timothy, what's your history on this railway, Spencer? Anything's possible. Hey, said Spencer. Be quiet, Timothy. Sorry, said Timothy. And everyone waited for them to get picked up. This crash was a disaster and engines were hurt. The end.